Everybody, welcome to the video as I am doing a makeup class showing you guys exactly how I got this cut crease right here. And pretty much all I did was a straight talk through. My daughter challenged me to do a picture and I will insert that somewhere in here. And when she challenged me, you guys, to do a few colors, I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't know, girl, I don't know. But I got it done, and I am super excited to have you guys get a full, I guess, idea of what a colored class, stage 2 class would be if you did a class with me, but it will be a little more different. But I wanted to teach you guys as if I was on a Facebook Live, and yeah, so I think this look came out pretty good. I really like it. I really enjoyed doing it, and if you'd like to see how to get this look, then keep on watching. Also, I ain't been live, so I'ma just treat this as if it was a live video, okay? So I'm gonna pretend like y'all just act like we on Facebook Live, okay? And I'm going live and I'm talking to y'all. So I'm gonna talk this makeup look through, okay? So first things, let me pull up my daughter. Y'all, my daughter picked my colors for today, okay? I'm going to show y'all at the end what color she picked, okay? So y'all about to just see it just for what it is, and yeah, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by prepping my face first. And you guys, I've been noticing every you know, I didn't try before, but let me explain this first. So I'm going to use my matte oil primer by e.l.f., but I'm also going to use my poreless, hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, I'm also going to use this right here, and this is the poreless face primer, but also the matte face primer, okay? So if you are dealing with a whole bunch of, I'm not sure about what I can wear and what I can't wear while I'm out because of having to wear the mask and so on and so forth, I've noticed the other day I did a makeup look just because I was bored, you guys. I was bored, so I was like, let me do a little something. And so what I did is I actually did my makeup look, and I'm going to show y'all exactly what I did because I put my mask on and my foundation did not move. And I was like, yes, girl, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. And I just like to rub it in, but not like rub it in until it's like you can't feel it no more. Just rub it in till, you know. Okay, so I have that part down. Make sure you put a little on your neck and your chin. You don't want to forget that part. Ain't nobody need to forget that part. I got me a little tissue. All right. So now, first things first, y'all know I like to do my brows first. I'm going to go in with some powder. This is the powder that I'm going to use. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder. I just like to dust this on my face. It just helps hold all of this stuff together. And I'm just going to use an ordinary Sephora brush and dust it on just like this. Y'all, this is how you get it. So number one, if you have to wear the mask, you want to make sure that your foundation is matte, because that's the problem, is it's moving because it's oily. So you want to make sure that everything is matte, okay? I know I'm gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look a little pale. It don't even matter. Don't you worry about that part. You worry about the steps, okay? You worry about the steps, okay? All right. So y'all know I like to do my brows first. So I have a few different things that I've been using to do my brows. Let me go ahead and brush them into place. Ta-da. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some, where is it? Some clear duo, and this is ordinary lash glue. This right here is going to help your foundation, your brows stay in place, because that's what you want. You want them to stay in place. You don't want them to be oily. You want them to keep still. You want to act like you want them to be tame. So what they're gonna do is you put this on and they lay there like this. Cute. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to brush them into place just like so. Okay, now I like to fan just a little bit. Okay, now I have a few different pencils that I like to use. I've been using the Nika K, and this is, okay, Nika K is just pretty much a beauty supply brand. So that's what this is. This is a Nika K, and this is in the color black. You guys, when my hair is dark, I like to use a darker brow. And then this one right here is in black brown, and this is More Us USA. This is also a beauty supply brand right here, and it's dark brown. So I like to do that. So first things first is I like to go in and I like to trace my brow. Now you see me looking down because my camera is right here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace my brow just like that. Now usually I don't do my brows on camera because it takes forever, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna do it. Okay, and I decided to do color because I haven't did color in so long, you guys. So I was like, let me do color. I hate the fact that my lashes is done. That's the only thing, because sometimes color gets out and it gets on your lashes, and I hate that part, but what can I say? All right, just trust this process, y'all. Okay, now I draw them on just like that, and I leave it, right? I go in with my black, and I like to go in to make them a little bit darker, just a tad bit. And as you can see, I'm leaving the front pretty empty. Leave the front empty. That's how you get that ombre look, okay? But as you can see, the bottom, I went forward a little bit more, and that's how I get that ombre look that a lot of people brows usually have. Now, different people have different techniques. This is just the technique that I use. Okay, so boom, boom. All right, so now you take your brush and you pull forward on this one, and on this one you pull forward. So pretty much this is what I do. I just pull the product this away and then brush up, and you see how it made it a little bit more darker but still faded. Same thing on this side, and I'm lightly brushing, not hard brush, a light brush. Same thing, pull up, then you take this side, and then boom, boom. Look at them brows, y'all. Ooh, brows is good. All right, so now I'm gonna set that to the side. I like to take a small brush for my brows. This is an ordinary Wet n Wild brush. You guys, I don't really feel like I need to go through and explain all my brushes, but I'm going to, because in order for you to understand the process, you got to understand what I do and why I choose it, okay? So I'm going to use two things. I'm going to use the NYX, and this is the full coverage concealer in the jar. So it's this right here, and this is in the color Nutmeg right here. This is in the color Nutmeg. So I'm going to use this one. And then in addition to that, I'm going to use the 16-Hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. And this is in the color Tan Latte, okay? That's this right here. So I'm going to use both of these to conceal my brows. I got my jar. I like to take it and put it in my brush. Now, the importance about the brush that you use, it should be a flat brush. If it's not a flat brush, you're not gonna get that precise cleanup. That's why I always use a flat brush. If you see, I just put that product on there, and you see how thin that brush is. Look at that. That's how narrow it is, okay? So when you're doing the bottom of your brow, you use the tip. When you're doing the top of your brow, you flatten it. So tip, for bottom, flat for top, okay? I'm gonna go ahead, go through with the tip and just clean that up. Now, if you had a bad hand and you was a little shaky, it's okay, because that's what the concealer is for. It cleans all of that up. But y'all, I've been doing mine for so long, so mine is pretty cleaned up already, but I like the sharpness that the concealer gives. Okay? And I'm just gonna brush that product down just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and go on over. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. It's already like standing out. It already looks good. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the other side. Now, as you guys see, this part, your beginning stages, your prepping, your cleaning, your brow draw on, all of that takes time. We're already 10 minutes into the video and you see what I got done so far. So makeup is not something that you can rush. Makeup is literally like, take your time and you'll get what you need, okay? Okay. Let me clean that up a little bit better right there. Okay, so then I just take and pull my product down all over my lid, and what that does is that also preps your brow for prep your lid for what you're about to do. And what I'm pretty much going to end up doing is putting color on it. So I'm just going to blend that out with a fluffy eyeshadow brush, a flat one, it doesn't matter. You choose your weapon, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this one right here, and this one actually is gonna give me a lighter color. Now, somebody might say, well, Lady K, why did you choose to use the same complexion as your skin tone the first time? It's because it gives you a more cleaner look, and if you mess up, it's easier to fix, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. But this is also going to be my underbrow highlight. Okay, same thing, pull that product down so that it can prep your lid. Okay, I'm going to take that same brush that I used and I'm just going to pull all of that product down, blend it out because you don't want no harshness, okay? Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, they say brows are not twins, they're sisters. I do agree with that, but it is also times if you take your time, they can look like twins. Pull that product down. All right, clean it up. Just like that, boom. Take and you make sure you go through. I like to take my brush with a little bit of product that's left and go over top of my brows in the front. That gives me that ombre faded look as well. Now what I'm going to do lastly is I'm going to take this product that's left on my brush, add a little bit more of the pot, and I'm going to go across the top. Lay your brush flat and just follow the line. So technically your edge is being your guide. Just like that. Boom. Same thing on the other side. Let your edge be your guide. Boom. All right. Let me bring it a little bit forward to cut that part off. Bring this a little bit forward. Take my brush and I'm going to do the same exact thing. Blend it all out. Now the thing is everybody don't have to do theirs the same exact way. I just like to do mine this way, meaning do my brows before I do my foundation. But you got to be very careful. You cannot be heavy-handed when you do this. You got to take your time, because if you don't, you will mess up your good brows that you just took almost 15 minutes to get right, and don't nobody got time for none of that, okay? Okay? All right. So I'm going to put my products away. I like to clean up as I go, you guys. That's just how I am. It works best for me. And then boom, I get my stuff done the way that it needs to be done. I like to go back in with my brush and go back and smooth that out, because ain't nobody want no box brows. If you got box brows, baby, you better not say you took Lady K's YouTube class. All right, boom, on to the next part. So I like to instantly go directly into doing the colors. So the color scheme that my daughter gave me, you guys, I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm really not. I think I have all the colors. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna have to dig in my arsenal of eyeshadows. I have a lot of them, you guys. I gotta dig in my arsenal because I got a lot of stuff. All right, so I got out all my palettes because I don't know what I'm gonna need. Okay, so first things first, it's a yellow, and I'm going to use my very own yellow. I'm gonna go underneath. I'm a little nervous about this. Okay, all right. Y'all, my daughter. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. I'm missing the eyeshadow palette. Where is my palette with my shadows? It may be at the bottom. Okay. Oh yeah, here it goes. Here we go. Because I have more eyeshadow palettes down here. You guys, I have tons of them. Okay. All right, so all right. Y'all, my daughter make me nervous with this. Okay. All right. So hopefully, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go in first things first. I'm gonna go in. It's like a rich blue, and I have this right here. This is my eyeshadow palette right here. Some of my eyeshadows moved, and this is my company. So I'm trying to straighten everything up, y'all. Hold on one second. All right, so I'm going to go in with this color right here. Okay, y'all, so this right here is definitely a fall time look, and this color is called Demeanor. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Demeanor first, and then I'm going to go in with this one right here, because these two, possibly these four, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna tell y'all these colors. Okay, I just told y'all Demeanor. This one right here is called Nautica. Okay, so this is another one. And then in between these two right here, this one is called Blue and this one is called La Pomme. I'm in between those because I gotta try to do as close as I can to this look. So I'm gonna go in first with a no. I want to be able to control it. So I'm gonna go in with a tapered brush. This is called a tapered brush right here. and it's called tapered because it's almost like a pointy tip. So this right here, it gives you that chance to put the product exactly where you want it to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the right here demeanor first. You guys, it is raining really hard here. Okay, demeanor. Okay, I'm going to focus more on the crease. Yeah, I'm gonna focus more on the crease. So, okay, really quick. When you are applying your eyeshadows into colors, why do you need to go with your darker color first? Is because it's more so where you are creating a dimension of your lid, okay? So because this is a makeup class, I'm gonna talk to y'all like it's a makeup class. So you have to create your dimension. Your dimension is always into the crease. So pretty much what you're doing is you're showing, let me show you the shape of my lid. So think of it like that, okay? So I'm gonna show them the shape of my lid by going in with my darkest color shade first, okay? So when you are choosing how to do a eyeshadow look, you go in with your darkest shade first and you take that into your crease. If you are someone like me who has hooded eyes, when I'm looking up, it's like my hood disappears. You go a little above where your crease would be, okay? So right here, I know, pretty much right above right here into that socket, okay? So that's where I'm going right into that socket. And as you can see, when my eye is open, you still can see it, but it's almost gone. So I'm just gonna buff that into place right here, and I'm creating that crease. And as you can see, you guys, I do my foundation and all that last, okay? I want to make sure that it's bold, so I'm going to go in deeper and I'm going to build it until I get to the color that I desire. Okay, so I'm going to just keep on building until I get the color that I desire. Oh yeah, that's about right. Ooh. Ooh, y'all. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so I'm either or. I can go back and forth, or I can do one eye and do the other eye afterwards, but I'm gonna go back and forth. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in a little bit right here, just about right there, but not too dark, okay? Okay, I think I want to go a little tiny bit darker, so I'm gonna go in again one more time. Okay. Okay. Now it may look messy. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe. Cause somebody like, wait a minute, you ain't give me that. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put some orange at the top. I have to have a orange at the top. So I'm going to use, is this the one with the orange? That's like a bright orange though. I mean like a darker orange. Let me see. Y'all, I haven't did color in so long. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying. Don't rush me. I'm trying to get it right. I don't think it's orange in here. No. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I don't think I got orange in here either. I definitely don't think. Oh, I got palettes over here too. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I think I got this orange. Okay, this is a changeable fantasy palette is what it's called. And I ordered these on Amazon some time ago. This is what they look like right here. And I'm going to go in with this orange color right there, okay? That's the color I'm about to use. And this is, woo, this is going to be my transition color, I guess is what you want to call it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over top of this color to help tone it down, okay? But I think I'm also going to take some of my Juvia's Place palette as well. This one right here, I'm going to use this palette right here. Let me open her up. I think I'm gonna use this color right here to tone it down just a tad bit because it may be a little too bright, but not really bright. So I'm gonna dip inside that fantasy palette and then dip inside that Juvia's Place, and then I'm just going to tap it right on top, just like that. So you're gonna get a little bit of that orange right on top, okay? As a transition. And what that's going to do is also buff out that the color that I just used first, okay? Okay, I'm going to do it some more until I get that transition color that I want. I'm gonna go in, okay? That might be about right there. Okay, so same thing on the other side. Buffing that out. And you can actually take that up underneath your brow, but not too close, and it'll still be okay. All right, so now that I have those two down like that, now I'm going to go in with a cut, okay? I'm going to cut my crease, okay? I'm going to use that same brush that I used at first, which is this one right here, but I'm also going to use a lighter color e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the color medium sand. That's this one right here. So I'm gonna go in with this lighter one to cut my crease, and I'm choosing to use a lighter color because what happens is if you want your colors to be very pigmented, what you do is you always use a concealer to cut the crease underneath, or whenever you're going to do any colors, you always want to put a light color underneath, because what it does is it X out the tone that your eye already has, that natural color that our skin tone already has. So you're taking this and you're saying, I want to cancel all of that out and I want my color to be bold. So if your colors are not bold when you do your eyeshadow in color, or if your colors are not bold when you decide to or they're not lasting, that's why. It's because you did not put concealer underneath. And you can tell someone who did not put concealer underneath. Everybody probably on the other screen like, oh, that's what that was. Yes, that's what that was. So y'all, ignore me. I'm gonna cut the crease. I'm going to use my tip. Some people put a little bit on and then they open their eye, and then wherever it is, that's what they use. But I just know how to do it, so I'm just going to, my lashes are so long. Okay, I'm going to start in the front right here. Well, middle right here. And I like to pull my eye because it gives me that very distinct way of being able to see what I'm doing. So pull, and I'm just going to create that oval shape, and then I'm going to fill it in. It's hard when you already got lashes on. But okay, I'm trying, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, boom. That was hard. Okay, I'm going to come over just a little bit over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm trying to get that off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back in with that tapered brush, and I'm going to use that same color that I had on my edge to help blend it. But first, let me pat this because I want to make sure it's tacky. Okay. Another thing some people do that I don't is they like to set theirs. I don't set mine. So once you put it on, don't open your eye so that it won't have that creases. Now I'm just going to apply this product right there. Okay. Okay. Just like that. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take and I'm going to get a flat brush. I like to use flat brushes when applying color because I like to pat mine on rather than rub it, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm looking through my 1,000 brushes that I got to see which one I want to use, which one would be the best to use. Okay, I'm going to use the short one right here. Okay. So I'm going to use my yellow. I have a yellow right here. And I'm actually going to put my yellow in the front, okay? I'm going to go in with that yellow. And this is a yellow by my company, which is this one right here. This yellow in the middle. I'm going to use that and I'm going to pat that on right here in the front part. So pat it. Pat it on in the front. You want to pat it on first, okay? Then I'm going to also, I have another, do I have another one? No, I think this is it. Okay, then I'm also going to add some of this from the Fantasy Yellow as well over top. And technically, I should have used pigment because I want it to be bright and stand out. But it's not actually that bright. Okay, to brighten it up, I'm going to add a tad bit of gold over top, just a tad, okay, from the Juvia's Place palette. So this is the Juvia's Place palette right here. I'm going to add some of this gold right here over top of it just to make it stand out a little bit, but I'm going to rub this one on. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I should have used pigment because it probably would have been a little bit brighter. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add this bluish. It's like a slighter darker blue, but not too dark. This one right here, I'm going to mix the Nautica and the blue together. Oh, let me turn it around. These two, I'm going to mix these two together to get that other color that's in there as well. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this green La Pomme. Okay, so let me see. Okay. So I like to use different brushes because you don't want to have your color on all the same brushes. Okay, so I'm going to go into those two. If y'all hear my son in the background, please forgive him, for he know not what he do. Hey, that's what the words say. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. All right, I'm going to just put this right there. Right there. And I'm just going to take my brush that I use for the yellow to merge them. So I'm just going to dust it in the middle. Just like that. Dust it right there in the middle. Take this one back again. I'm going to go back in on both and merge them again. Right there. just like that. I'm going to actually take and go back in. I'm actually going to take and, hold on you guys, okay. I'm actually going to take and go back in, and I turned my phone on silent. I don't know why it's going off. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the darker color to make it more pigmented. So I'm going to dip that back in there, and I'm just gonna go back over top, just like that. Okay, I like it, but then I don't. It feel like it's not what I want. It feel like it's not what I want, but I gotta be obedient to the colors. I do, y'all. I gotta be obedient to the colors. I got to. Okay, let me go through all my palettes. I want a brighter, like, I want that front to be like bright, like smoking bright. This might not be it either, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, I'm gonna add some of this. Oh no, that's green. That ain't yellow. Okay, let me see, y'all. Hold on one second. I need to get this. I need to get it. I need to do my best. And this palette right here is not okay. All right, whatever. Let me see these two for a second. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that middle a little bit more stand out, I guess, a little bit more. So I'm gonna add some of this from this, I think it's called Molly, I'm not sure. This one right here, this green, and I'm gonna mix it with this one. And this is from this Juvia's Place palette. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this one and this one. Okay, Molly and Zola. I'm gonna mix these two and see if I get let me see, a better, oh yeah, that's what I want right there. I want it to be more fluorescent. And actually, I'm gonna go into more of the yellow, just like that. And make it almost look like a, what is it called, y'all? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called, y'all? What is it called? I don't know. Don't ask me. I forgot what it's called, y'all, but it's, you know what I'm saying. Somebody over there on the other side of the screen like, oh yeah, Lady K, it's called a halo eye. Okay, yeah, a halo. So I added some of that right there. I'm gonna put some more yellow over top. I wonder if it was like wet, would it be better? I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. I'm leaving it because it is what it is. Okay, I'm leaving it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the other side. I'm not gonna talk through this one. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get it done. Okay, I'm just gonna get it done. Okay. Boom. Okay. Yellow. And then the blues. So this one. This one. And then these two, Molly and Zola. Alright, and then okay. Alright. I feel like it looked fine. All right, so now I'm going to take this small brush right here. Well, actually not this one. I'm going to take a brush that I know is like tougher. That's not tough. This one right here. This is a small brush, a small pointy brush. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into my dark color so that I can come over top of the cut crease to create that. Just like that. Same thing on this side. Just like that. Okay? And actually, no, I'm not. Nope. Especially with these lashes. I was about to say, oh, y'all could put some glitter on. Nope. Not with these lashes. I'll never be able to get it out. Never. I'll never be able to get it out. Never. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these eyeshadow palettes up first. So fast forward this part. Okay. Boom. Let me put this up for now. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my eyeshadow to get that part together. So y'all know that I am Fit Me Maybelline. I am at 155 with a 330 mix. And you guys, it's been even worse since I've been in the sun a little bit more. So actually I'm a 355 more so than a 330. But during the winter time, I'm a 330 more so than a 355, if that makes sense. So you're about to see. I'm gonna take this 355 and I'm gonna put it all right here, right here, right here. And I like to use a brush to put my makeup on. But to each his own. Use what works best for you. Don't forget underneath your neck, because girl, we do not need your neck to be a whole nother color. Now let me pause here, because somebody is probably thinking, well, how do I know what color shade I am? Well, what you do is you match your shade to your neck. As you can see, my face is a totally different color than my neck. So I usually go with the shade that's the color of my neck. Some people tell you go with your hand, but first of all, your hands get so much sun. It doesn't even make sense to do that. So that's not a good idea. You always want to go with the color of your neck, okay? I'm gonna add my 330 in a few places. As you can see, I use more 355 than I did of the 330. The 355 is my color, but it's too red, and my undertone is actually a orangey undertone. So I like to go in with the 330 to help bring that neutral look back into my skin. So yeah, all right. So another quick tip on how I get my foundation to be unmovable, always about it in the word of the Lord, is I use setting spray before I start to blend it, okay? So I have my I have my e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist up to 16-hour wear. They might not be lying. I have this right here. And then I also have, this is a, y'all, I don't know what this is, but I mixed a few things together. So I have this right here. And then I also have my LA Girl Pro Highlight Pro Setting High Definition Spray. So I'm gonna spray that. Boom. I'm gonna spray this one. Boom. I'm gonna spray this one. Boom. And I'm gonna blend quick. I like to use my flat brush, flat foundation brush, and I push this into my skin. I push and swift at the same time. Like you smacking and beating and punching all at the same time. Like a wild fight. That's how you blend it. Like a wild fight. Okay? And I'm doing that, and then the same thing on my forehead. You want to go close to your hairline because we do not need around your edges to be a total different color than your face. They gonna be like, it look like she got on a mask. Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay, I'm just gonna bring that down on my neck. And as you can see, I did not put no product underneath my eyes. Now, I am starting to get older, y'all. I don't like it, but under here I'm getting a little creasing, especially when I smile, like ting. You see this right here? Okay, so what I do is the less product the better. Okay, so I wait until I go under and I do my concealers. Okay, so I'm going to use a few different concealers here today. Okay y'all, I'm gonna use a few different concealers today. They all are e.l.f. 16-hour camo, but I'm going to use Deep Cinnamon. I'm going to use Tan Latte, and I'm also going to use medium. I'm going to use medium peach. Okay, all different right here, just like that. So first thing, I'm gonna go in with the one that's the closest to me. Wait a minute, is this the same? Tan Latte. Tan Latte, yeah, these are the same. Okay, I like to make sure, because once you put it on, girl, you stuck. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Tan Latte first. And I like to, now listen, it's these major things that's going all around where people are showing you this is the wrong way, this is the right way. Technically, no one can say I did my brows wrong today because this is just my way. I cannot tell you how to highlight because that's just the way that you do it. I can't tell you how to contour. That's the way that you do it. Only thing that I do suggest is whatever you do wet product, you always use a powder product to set it. If you are not setting with a powder product over top of a wet product, it's gonna move, baby. It's gonna move out. It's gonna leave you with the bills to pay. You ain't gonna know what to do, okay? So I'm going to put this on how I usually put it on. And I like to go down just like this, all right there. Boom. Right here, same thing. Go back in that bottle, girl. Right here, just like that. Boom, okay? And then I bring it down just a little bit right here, okay? And I'm gonna put just a little right there, not a lot, okay? Now on this side, I'm going to go in with this right here on the edges of it, just right there, okay? Right here, same thing. And a little goes a long way with this, and you have to work fast. If you do not, baby, this stuff will dry up on you and you'll be stuck looking the way you look, just like this. Who wants to look like that? Okay, right here on my forehead, all around that, just like that. Boom. Okay, and then I take my lightest one, and I go right here, okay? That's how I do that. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and preferably, Okay, I'm gonna take my beauty blender, which is flat and round. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to, it's damp. Now, some people say damp beauty blenders cause you to have a dewy look. I kind of disagree. I kind of feel like it gives, it's like it adds a silkiness to your blend. That's how I feel. So I always have a damp beauty blender, okay? So I like to use the flat side, and I just go and I just push it into my skin. It does not matter what part. If somebody's like, Lady K, do it matter what part you use first? Meaning, do I need to do the top first or the bottom first? It don't matter. It's your preference, okay? Same thing right here. And I like to bring this up just like that. And it gives a chance to drag that up. You want to bring this up. This slims your face, but it also gives that high cheekbone appearance. Okay. And you see how it's a little darker down here? That's why I put the darker one at the bottom. Okay. Create that long elongated design right there to snatch it up. And I like to come across here as well. And then do the same thing on this side. Okay. Press that in right there. Come across here. And I like to rock back and forth because the product needs to be spread evenly. Okay. Just like that. I like to pause for a second. Take and bring some of that product up top because I didn't make it so light up top. And I'm going to take and go in with a brush now. I'm going to use a flat, a smaller brush, not too big. You don't want to go big. You want to be pretty small, but I can't see y'all because I have a bin full of brushes right here. Mind your business. Okay. So I'm trying to find out. I might go in with this one right here, but I'm not really sure if this is what I want to use. Okay. I think I'm gonna go in with this. Okay, so I have this one right here. This is a little thicker, but it's angled. I'm going to go here with this right here. Okay, because I want to get close. As close as I can right there. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with this. And already it is good and dry. Okay. If you don't make ugly faces, you're doing it wrong. I'm telling you now. Okay. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up the sides just like that to help blend out that harshness on the sides. You don't want that. But also you can go back in with your foundation brush. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that brush, and this is my foundation brush, and I'm just going to push this down. This is also helps merge everything with my foundation. Just like that. Same thing on this side. Just like that. Down my nose, and I'm just gonna wipe it like a good paste, just like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm instantly going to go in and I'm going to set this. So I like to go back and blend again. Make sure it's all blended out. If you set it with creases, you saying, hey, 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 sit still. So you remember that, okay? I'm going to use this same powder. And I'm going to take my sponge, that same flat side, and I'm going to press. I like to press. I don't, what they call it? Bake. I like to just press it into my skin. That's what I like to do. Just like that. Let me blend out these creases. And then I'm just going to press it in. Now, you are setting everywhere you put wet product. Remember, I put it there. I also put it on my forehead, so I have to press that in. Right there. Just like that. Don't worry about your brows. I'm going to go over top of my nose even though I didn't put nothing there. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave my powder open, but I'm just going to slide it to the side. I'm going to take my brush right here, the big brush that I use, and I'm just going to dust everything off that may have been left behind. Okay. Just like that. So now I'm going to instantly go into contouring. Now some people, contour and bronze. Some people like to go in with a liquid first. I don't. My preference, I like to do just powder only when it comes down to contouring, because contouring can be very complicated if you do it wrong. So I like to just go in with powder. So I'm going to use these two right here. These are by Black Radiance. One is medium to dark, dark to deep, and the other one is medium to light to medium. Okay, so that's these two right here. And let me pop them open so you can see. When it comes down to these two palettes right here, they have instruction on the top on how to do it. I don't follow those, but then they also have it at the bottom, the name of each one. Why do I have both? It's because I use one to contour my nose, but I use the darker one for my cheeks. I like a little bit more bold. Everybody ain't like me. You ain't gotta be like me. You don't have to be bold, okay? You ain't gotta be bold and beautiful. You can just be beautiful, okay? And I'm also going to use the LA Girl right here, and this is the bronzer. You got to bronze as I forgot her name would say, you have to bronzify to catch Poppy's eye. So I'm gonna go into my medium to dark, no, dark to darker, and I'm gonna go in with that middle one, and then I'm gonna pat it into my bronzer. Medium, dark, pat it into my bronzer. Tap it, and I go in a circular motion. I start like this. You can suck your cheeks in, but if you don't know where to go, you're still doing it wrong, because your cheeks don't suck in all the way up here. They suck in down here. So I like to go right underneath that highlight line. Okay, so right here. So right there. As you can see, you can already see how my cheekbones already stand out. So I know where to go, so I don't have to do that. But I like to just go up first and then buff. Just like that. Around my hairline, around my forehead. Okay, I'm dipping that back in there again, and deeper right there into that cut right there. Circular motions to buff. And as you can see, you should be able to see already how this side of my face is snatched, girl. It is snatched. Okay, I like to just go a little bit darker right here. That's just me. That's just me. Everybody don't have to do that, okay? I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. just like that. And then I'm gonna go in with the darker one to do that deep right there. Okay, so then I have another brush. It is a angled brush. It is a angled, thick, chunky, you gotta love me type brush. This one right here, and this is perfect for contouring your nose, okay? So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna go into the Sculpt, which is that middle of the medium. I'm gonna tap it off, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to carve out my nose. And I like to go up underneath my brow, down, just like that. Same thing on this side. Just like that. The good thing about this right here is using that lighter one, you don't have to do a whole bunch of blending because it's not dark. So it's like it's perfect tone, okay? But I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush and I'm just going to dust off over top just in case, okay? Just like that. Ooh, she cute, she cute, she cute, she cute, she cute, she cute, she cute. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is, I remember I told you guys to leave that powder out. Now we're gonna take the tip of our beauty blender. The tip, the corner, the tip, get you a sharp line, come right underneath that contour, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to buff it. Just like that. You don't want that harsh line, so just make sure you take your time to blend it real good. Don't try to rush through that. Just like that. You just want it to be sharp like that. Okay. Now I'm just checking underneath my eyes. They look fine to me. I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose to split up that contour line. Just like that. Dust that off. And then boom. Okay. Now I'm going to take, and this is the part right here where you really want your makeup to stay on all day, not have to worry about anything. This is the part where you pretty much drench your face, okay? So I'm not going to do that because I'm about to wipe this makeup off so I can clean up today, okay? Today is my cleanup day, so I'm about to just spray just a little bit. Okay, but this is the part, really, all jokes aside, this is the part where you want to drench your face. The more setting spray you put on there, the better, okay? So you set your face, da, 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 and then you take something and you fan it because it needs to dry out, okay? So let's pretend like I'm about to drench it. I have some fans. Fan just a little bit, for me, just a little bit. And then I like to instantly go in with my, and this is by my company, this is my 102 highlight. And I'm going to take a small eyeshadow brush and I like to just highlight right here on the tip of my nose, y'all. That bunny, that button nose is just so cute, okay? All right, and then all right there, just a little bit right here, Cupid's bow right here, on the bridge right here, and then I'm going to take And I'm going to get a brush where I can go underneath my brow with highlight. Now this is optional. Y'all, I don't overdo it with the highlight anymore like I used to. I just think less is more. This is my preference. And this is a very modest color. Look, this is not like bold. Like somebody be like, well, I can't do no color because it's too bold. Yeah, some people do go bold, but I'm not one of those. I don't like to go too bold, okay? I'm gonna do just a little bit right here on my, right on the side. Just a little bit. And a little right here on this side. Right there. And then now I'm going to pick a lip color. Now you guys, the lip color is what really takes your look from one type of look to another, okay? If you want to be bold, then you can go with a bold blue. You can go with a bold green. I don't show y'all how to do the whole look. So from this point, it's pretty much, hold on y'all. Wait, just wait a second. All right, so pretty much from this point, let me see, I'm gonna go with like a, so, and I'm back. So pretty much from this point, it's like what you want to do to it. Like you can do whatever kind of lip you want. I think I'm gonna go with a more nude lip because, yeah, like, I don't like bold lips with a bold eye, but it's preference. Everybody likes different things. So I'm gonna line my lips with an ordinary brown pencil. Shout out to my little lip sisters out there. Okay, I like to slightly overline. I just feel it gives me a more fuller lip. Okay, so I'm going to use my color right here in Ambrose, but I'm also going to use one of my old colors in Fancy Nude, and then I'm gonna go over top with a gloss. Ooh, yes, yes, lips. I'm tapping, not rubbing, tapping, because you don't want to mess up your liner. This one might too much. Okay, let me let that dry down. Oh, y'all, I'm liking this look. I'm about to go change my clothes and I'm gonna look cute for y'all. All right, let me do a gloss. I'm gonna use this gloss right here. This is by Nika K, a beauty supply store gloss, and this is called Cotton Candy. Oh, it smells good too. Okay. Last thing, I want to make my eye a little bit more bolder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil, a small pencil, and I'm going to go underneath my eye, a pencil brush like this right here, and I'm going to go underneath my eye with these same colors. So I'm going to start off with the darker one. Now I'm gonna go in with the lighter one. Actually, just like that. Y'all can't really see it, but when I do a close-up, you guys are going to be able to see it. And then I'm gonna go under and put on some mascara. I'm gonna place my moles. Y'all know I love my moles, so don't come asking no questions. Okay, I'm gonna add my mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay. All right. And boom, this is the full look. I'm gonna change and I'll be right back.